Hi boys and girls, so I've finally made it to the 12-month mark after my hair transplant in Turkey. This day last year I was flying out to Istanbul, which is the older airport, which they've now changed to the newer airport. And yeah, I stayed in the hotel overnight, and it's the equivalent of tomorrow I've been having my hair transplant. So this is what it looks like after a year. As always, I'll put the camera over the top so you can see the hairline, and you can see sort of over the top. Some people say I should just move my head, but you can't really get my head down in the area that I'm sat to go all the way over the top. So it's sort of, I've just got home from work and I've got no products in my hair, no fibres or anything like that, and this is just how it is. I've left it to grow long again, a bit on top. I don't normally have it this long. It's just to sort of show you basically what it looks like, and I put no products in. People say I should treat myself to a nice haircut, and maybe I will as a little celebration after my year since the hair transplant. Normally I just shave it myself on the top and the sides and the back. The hairline I'm very impressed with. I really like that, the way that it's done. It's probably better than what my hairline's ever been before the transplant even. I've been on holiday for 2 weeks. I was in Hawaii and New Orleans. In Hawaii it was pretty windy, so I had a baseball cap on quite a lot, and it kind of pulls your hair, and I was getting a little bit nervous that it was getting a bit bald at the front, but I think it's just where it pulls it so much, because I had to have it on quite tight because of the wind. So yeah, it's after you wash it and you sort of move it about a bit, it seems okay again. But yeah, so try not to have baseball caps on too tight, because they can sort of pull on your hair a bit. But yeah, it looks a bit messy at the moment because, like I said, it's sort of getting a bit longer. You can have it forwards or back, it's just kind of how I've got it at the moment. Just got home from work. I have to get up really early for work, so I don't really have time to do too much with it. But this is how it is after a year. So finally got there. They say that you should wait between a year and 18 months for the results. So this is how it is, and I'm really happy with it. People say, would I change anything about the way it was done? Would I have gone somewhere different? No, I'm completely happy. I get the same questions quite a lot. If you look at some of my older videos, especially the first one, that goes into real great detail about everything that to do with the operation, where I went, everything like that. I don't mention it in every single video, but one of the biggest questions I get is, where did I book and where did I go to? So as it's the 12-month one, I'll just say it again. I booked for a company called Cuno Medical, which I think are based in Germany. Book through them because you don't have to pay a deposit, you just show them your flight tickets. Then the doctor and the clinic I went to is called Dr. Cinik, C-I-N-I-K, Dr. Emrah Cinik, in Istanbul. I think he's changed hospital now, he's got moved from one to a different one. But yeah, I went out there. I was there for 2 nights. I think on their packages they do now, you get 3 nights. Just a quick brief overview. Check out my first video, my first hair one, for a real in-depth review on all of the operation. But you basically buy a package that includes your hotel for however many nights, 2 or 3 nights or whatever. All your transportation in Turkey, which is basically like a smart taxi or minivan. It will take you to your hotel, to the hospital, back to the hotel, back for your aftercare, checkup, back to the airport, all that sort of thing. So it's all included. Anything you pay extra for is your flights, and obviously the transport in England to get yourself to the airport and whatever. So yeah, this is it. People say, would I change anything? No, I'm 99.9% happy with it. You can sort of see through a little bit on the top there, especially when it's wet. Like I said before, if you want your hair to look thicker, don't have a wet sort of gelled hairstyle look, because you can see through more. And the crown, you can see through a little bit more. With hair transplants in general, they start at the front, give yourself a nice hairline, and then they kind of work back, and then kind of what's left over goes in the crown. The crown, like I've said before, is probably the hardest part to fill, and it takes the longest to grow. The front of mine started growing pretty much straight away. The back has taken a lot longer, so don't be put off if yours is taking longer. Everyone grows at different speeds, different cycles. Don't be put off if someone else has got tons of hair after 3 months and you're still lagging behind. You know, give it the full 12 months and hopefully you'll be fine. The other question I get asked a lot is about pills. I don't take Propecia, which is finasteride, for personal reasons. I give blood, they don't allow it. People ask why, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's something to do with in case your blood got transferred into a woman who is trying for a baby and that sort of thing. I think it can affect that. So it's a big no-no for me because I give blood regularly. It's up to you if you take that finasteride or whatever. You know, I've got nothing against it, or I can't because I give blood. I take saw palmetto instead of finasteride, and people really give me grief on this, saying it's not been proven, but my clinic recommended it to me because I don't take finasteride, and it seems to work for me. Maybe it's just my age that the hair stops falling out. When I was on holiday, I took no pills whatsoever. I didn't take any vitamins or anything with me. I just basically stopped for 2 weeks, and maybe it's my imagination, but my hair did seem to come out a little bit more in the shower when I was washing it, so maybe the saw palmetto does help stop it a little bit. The other thing with saw palmetto, it's used for guys' prostate problems and stuff like that, and it's supposed to stop you needing to get up to go to the toilet in the night, and it does seem to work with that with me. What am I taking? Expecia, if you've seen my other vids, I bought a year's worth when I was in Turkey. That has now run out, so I've stopped taking Expecia. Don't get confused with Propecia, it's a different thing. Expecia is like biotin and saw palmetto all mixed in, and zinc. It's like a really good all-in-one pill, but they seem to pretty much only sell that in Turkey, so I got a year's worth when I was out there. At the moment, and I've got an Amazon link below. I buy all my pills on Amazon. They've got a great returns policy, and I really like them. People give me grief on because I have a link. People ask me all the time, do I get paid? I don't get paid by clinics. The clinic, I had to pay the same for the operation as anyone else. People say, why should they listen to me? It makes no odds to me if you listen to me or not. The clinic I chose was because I'd seen some great reviews, pretty much all positive reviews, and I'd seen some really good results. Yeah, I've not received a penny from the clinic, so hopefully that means I'm impartial. I can't recommend other clinics because I've not been to others. People say to me, oh, I've heard of this clinic, what do you think of this? What do you think of that clinic? I can't say because I've never been to any of the others. The one I went to, I would recommend on my results based on that. I had a great time there, they're all friendly, and they did the job. People say, oh, I've seen some not great reviews, but I think if you dig deep enough, you will find some negative reviews on literally every clinic. So at the end of the day, you have to pick somewhere if you definitely want it done. And I'm more than happy with mine. I do 100% recommend them. I'm not being paid to say that. But like I was saying, some people, because I've got an Amazon page now, people say to me, what pills do you take? So I show them my Amazon page, and yeah, I get a couple of pence if people click on one of the links. And people say, well, that's not impartial. Why should I trust your pills? Then don't, you know, it makes no odds to me. It's a couple of pence I get if you click on a link. So if you want to know which pills I take, at the moment, the two main ones, I guess, are the biotin. These are the ones I'm currently taking, and like I said, I'll link to them below on my Amazon page, and the saw palmetto. The biotin helps make your hair strong, and these are all pills that my clinic would recommend. They sell them as a package, you can buy them there if you want. I bought them on Amazon because it works out cheaper, plus the package you get would have run out by now anyway, so I just keep taking them. The clinic recommended a year. I'm probably just going to keep taking them because they work fine for me and they're pretty cheap, to be honest. For a whole year's worth, it's like 15, 16 quid for some of these bottles. The saw palmetto is the one I take instead of finasteride. The reason I take this is it's supposed to help keep your hair, your existing hair. Another question I get, I keep thinking I should write this all down, but I keep trying to think of questions and they keep popping into my head that people ask me. Will my hair stay there, or do you have to take these pills? You don't have to. There's a lot of guys who got great results and they've taken no pills whatsoever. Your transplanted hair that they take from the sides and the back, and another question that's just popped into my head is, people say once they take it out, does it grow back? No, it doesn't. They've taken grafts out from the sides and the back, or from your beard under there, or from your chest. It doesn't grow back, but they do it in such a way that all the little holes where they've taken it, the other hair kind of covers it over. That's why they don't take too much. If they over harvest and take too many, that's when you'll get little bald spots, and you don't want them to over harvest. So I take those two, the biotin, the saw palmetto. I also take omega-3 fish oils, because the oil's supposed to be good for conditioning your hair. Like I said, they don't cost that much. Multivitamins, I've taken these pretty much most of my adult life. Not necessarily this brand, but whatever multivitamins are a good price. I don't always stick to the same brands with the pills. I generally go for ones that have got fairly good reviews on Amazon and a fairly good price. I get a lot of questions about shampoo and all these expensive shampoos. On my Amazon page you'll see some of the ones I've tried, and some are expensive, some are cheap. I take this at the moment. This is Tesco's Extract Apple Shampoo. It's about £1. I really don't see tons of difference with shampoos, if I'm honest with you. That's why I don't spend tons of money on them. For styling my hair, when I do style it, at the moment it's just kind of natural, just to show you what it's like. With no fibres, nothing in it, it's just natural hair. I use this. Again, I've not been paid by them. It's called Gents of London. It's kind of hard to get it to focus because it just keeps focusing. There you go. Gents of London, carbon clay, enhanced texture with a matte finish, so it's not shiny, it's matte. I really like this stuff. I like the smell of it. It's pretty cool for doing your hair. Do I have an expensive hairbrush? No. Got this from, I think it was a pound shop. That's all I use. Not going to lie to you, I'm not going to try and make out like I get all these really expensive things, because I don't think half of it makes a difference. I've got a hairdryer, which again was about 20 quid. I use it as least as possible because I don't think it's good, because it, your hairdryers heating your hair all the time aren't that great. But if you're going out or something and you're styling it, then a lot of questions I get. Did I get a lot of itching after the operation? I had one night when it was really, really itching, and I was really trying to force myself not to scratch it on the donor area. So again, on my Amazon page I'll put some links to things, but I've got this aloe vera green tea. This is a soothing facial mist, which I actually bought this from a home shop, I think it was. I just spray this on. You can spray it on as like a mist for your face, but it's good just to keep it moisturised. A lot of guys use saline solution, like for contact lenses. They put that on to stop the itching. I was lucky, I didn't seem to itch that much. Mine seemed to heal really well, really quickly. Swelling on the top took longer on the recipient area. Back to the basics for some people. That's the donor area where they take the hairs from, the grafts, sides and the back. They don't take it right down to there, it's just mostly at the top. And yeah, like I said, they can do chest hair and they can do beard hair at certain clinics. The beard hair is from under your chin. I had that done, they suggested it, the beard hair underneath. I didn't pay any extra for that, and they just put it in at the back. A lot of people say, oh, it just blends in, and it does blend in pretty well, but because they also mix it with the normal hair as well. They don't just put one patch of beard hair, because that would look a bit weird. But you can kind of feel it's a bit sort of like beard hair texture. People say, does it grow the same length? Yeah, it's fine. It grows the same as the other hair. So, and it's good for making dents, making it look more dense, the crown area at the back. The other thing I use occasionally, I got this off of Amazon yet again, it's castor oil, cold pressed castor oil. Just put it on the hair, leave it on for about a quarter of an hour, massage it in, and then just wash it out. And it's supposed to sort of condition your hair and make it nice. So yeah, that's what I'm currently using. Main things: biotin, saw palmetto, the omega-3s I've started using this year, and the multivitamins I've used donkey's years. The rest of the stuff, they'll tell you what you need when you go for the op, so don't worry too much about it. Can you take them beforehand? I was taking biotin and saw palmetto for about 8 months before I had the op, so yes, you can. They're like vitamins, you know. It's not going to go wrong if you don't take them, but I just wanted to give myself the best chance possible. So that's how it's gone for a year, and I'm very happy. Will I have a second op? I don't know. Part of me thinks, yeah, it'd be nice because you could get maybe a bit more density in the top, just behind the hairline and in the crown area at the back. But then I'd have to have my hair shaved off again, which I've got no problems whatsoever with. It looked fine like that. A lot of people say it looks better like that than what it does when my hair's longer. But, you know, there's always the chance that it might start over harvesting the sides and the back a bit. And for someone who's got no hair at all on top, you know, they're a bit ecstatic with my result. But then you always get these people who are really picky and say, oh, I can see that you've got one missing there, or you've got a double hair there and it's not all singles, because they prefer all singles at the front so it doesn't look all jagged and weird. At the moment I'm working 60 to 70 hours a week. By the time I get home, if I can get a chance to make a video, I do. But yeah, I'm very, very, very busy. I answer a lot of questions. But yeah, like I said before, I'll go over a few things. Do I get paid by the clinic? No. I get paid by YouTube, well, it's actually Google who own YouTube, if they put adverts onto my videos. I think you need 1,000 subscribers before they're offered to do that. When they put the adverts on, it's literally a few pence I think you get. You know, I can't retire doing videos like this. I do other videos. Some people get annoyed. They say, you know, you should stick to just doing hair videos, but it's my channel. I like putting my holiday videos on there. I love traveling. I put other videos on. If I learn how to do something on my car or someone else's car, fixing a car, I'll make a video about it. But I spend a lot of time making videos. It's not just the filming, it's the editing, which takes a hell of a lot of time, then all the uploading, and answering question after question after question. And I'm always happy to answer your questions, and I love it if you leave comments. It's always nice to read your comments. So I'm happy with where I went. I'd highly recommend them. But you know, if you do your research, if you find somewhere you're happy with, then go for it. I'm not forcing you. I'm not saying go to the place I went to. You know, like I said, I've not been paid to say anything. I've not been paid by the clinic. Paid full price for my op, what the price was when I went there, when I booked it. Like I've said before, you can book up to a year in advance. I try and think of questions that you've asked me during the month, and I still notice a lot of guys ask me, if money was no object, who would be the best doctor in the whole world? And I don't know, I haven't got a clue. And a lot of people are really, really shocked when they say to me, how did you choose to go to the clinic you went to? I'd seen some guys with some good results, and I thought, yeah, that's where I want to go. I did no research whatsoever. I basically just said, that's where I want to go, and I booked it. Well, I read up a bit about it. I didn't have a clue about hair transplants. I didn't know the hair they took. I thought you just have an unlimited supply. They just take loads and chuck it on top, and everyone gets great results. That was it. I didn't do that much research. I basically just read up a little bit and saw some great results from Dr. Cinik. I thought, yeah, that's where I want to go. I knew a couple of years ago, I would never have even dreamt of going to Turkey to get my hair done, because it's just not something I would have done. I'd have been worried or frightened or whatever. And I just didn't even think about it, and I knew that I couldn't ever afford, or if I got the money saved, there's so many other things, like I need a newer car. My car's 13 years old. The turbo blew up on it the other day, and if I got the money, I know, like, for it to have it done in somewhere like Harley Street, I know that I just wouldn't be able to. I'm not rich, I wouldn't be able to afford it, and if I did ever save, there's other things like a car I'd need first. And then when I saw it was quite a lot cheaper in Turkey, I thought, you know what, I've seen some great results from guys from the UK that have had it done there. I'm going to go for it, and I made the decision. That was it. Hardly any research. So yeah, I don't know who the best doctor in the world is. If you want to pay for stuff like that, then fine. But a lot of guys still they either get really funny with you and they start trying to take the mick out of your hair or whatever, or they're trying to talk themselves out of it all the time. They kind of want to get it done, but they're so frightened of doing it. And it's fine. It's not my job to tell you to get it done. It's, at the end of the day, you've got to want to do it. If you do and you have any questions, genuine questions, then ask, and I'll always try and help. But it's not my job to talk you into getting your hair done. If you've been researching for like 3 or 4 years now, you're probably not going to get it done, are you? If you're honest with yourself, you probably are not going to. You could find the best doctor in the whole world that's never had a negative or neutral review. What's to say you're not the first person that they're going to have a bad day with and mess up? I've not seen any really, really bad results. I know some of you out there have, because you say, and I know it's very easy for me to say because I've had good results in my mind. Some of you say, oh, I can spot a hair that's out of place there, or there's one here and yeah, yours isn't amazing. Like I said, it's got to be, if you are happy with it and I'm happy with mine, then that's all that matters. Try not to be so pedantic or worried. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to talk you into having a hair transplant, but you're really bald, and even if you could have just a nice hairline at the front and just a little bit at the back, and you had to use fibres at the back, surely that's better than not having any at all. And you get people, you can tell they've kind of given up. Oh, I'm Norwood 7. It's like, I didn't have a clue what Norwood was, or even what I was. So I just knew that I was bald. My hair had receded really badly at the sides, at the front, on top, and it was bald at the back. I had like a big fry of the tuck bald spot. And yeah, I didn't like it. So I wanted something done about it, and I got something done about it. So, and I'm really, really chuffed with it, you know. It's just, like I said, it's just my natural hair. It's no fibres. You could see if I had fibres on because it'd come out on my hands. Or if you are going to get it done, then at the end of the day, you're going to have to make a decision on a place. And once you have, just stick with it. Like I said before, don't read reviews. Stop reading. As soon as you've booked your clinic, stop reading reviews. And you'll also find there'll be one clinic will be flavour of the month for a few months, then they'll do something that someone's not happy with and they get a negative review, then everyone will be put off with that. Then another clinic will become flavour of the month. At the end of the day, if you're going to do it, as long as it's got pretty good reviews or there's nothing really bad, just get on, get it done, just forget about it. If you're not going to get it done, yeah, completely stop reading reviews, forget about it straight away, because you will drive yourself nuts. You'll keep going for years and years. And I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just trying to be honest. I was going to wait till I was 50 because I thought, you know, I might have naturally stopped balding by then, but I wish I'd done it sooner. I'm 44 now, I'll be 45 in March. I was 43 when I had the op. So yeah, it's a year now. Any questions, leave a comment. I love reading your comments. Any that you don't want to show up in public, go onto my Instagram and you can private message me through there. Like I said, I get lots and lots and lots of messages, and I always try and be polite, I always try and answer them. Like I've said before, can you try, and if you're going to do a comment, unless it's related to somebody else's comment, try and create a new one for yourself, because it shows up a lot easier. It shows up at the top of my page. Otherwise, if I accept it, it shoots down sometimes like 2 or 3 weeks down, and you have to try and sort through it to be able to reply to it. It's just the way YouTube seems to work. But that's about it. I hope you all have a great Christmas. I've got to work over this Christmas, so it's going to be a bit different. I've not worked over Christmas before. But yeah, have a great Christmas, and hopefully if you've got a hair transplant coming up, have great results. Message me if you've got any fears or worries, if I can help out at all. But overall, just sort of try and chill. If you stress too much, it's not great for your hair. Yeah, happy holidays.